Ladies and gentlemen, coming now to the stage, the one and only Young Gerald.
Is this real right now? I don't even know, man.
Is this live for us?
I'm in India. It doesn't feel real, man. It's crazy. It's,
What do you do for fun? And have you ever been to like a Hollywood party? No.
Never. Yeah.
Okay.
It's everything. It's everything you think it is. It's everything you think it is.
Yeah.
Which was your
Wait,
favorite?
pause. Let's take a shot.
Quick, short break.
Were there any women, like, before you made it, who kind of rejected you and then...
Oh, what? Hell yeah. What? Still to this day, man.
Come on, bro. I don't buy.
You like the chase? Do you?
I don't think he...
Don't make me work too hard, baby. Don't chase too hard.
Oh, there's an album
Yeah,
coming
there's an album.
this year.
Yeah, it's the best work of my life.
Do you know what it's called? Yeah,
I know.
He knows.
Does he know? Yeah. Does he know what his own album is called? Yeah.
He has a name.
I know.
He knows, but I don't know.
You will.
When do we expect it?
I'll play y'all some stuff after this.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's end it right now.
And that's all, folks.
G-Eazy on Untriggered Podcast. That just feels crazy to say also. It's like,
Is this real right now? I don't even know, man.
Is this live for us?
Hey,
We're sitting with...
You're telling me I'm in India right now, man. I've been, the whole time since I landed here, I've been pinching myself. Like, maybe the plane crashed, maybe I was going somewhere else, and this is just the afterlife. I'm like, I'm in India. It doesn't feel real, man. It's crazy. It's,
yeah, especially the first time you come here. Because there's no other place like it.
And there's no other place like it. And for me, it's like, it's a beautiful thing. I've always wanted to be able to travel, and I'm lucky I get to do it for my job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see a lot of the world and it expands your horizons, but sometimes it's a bit disappointing. It's like everywhere you go, it starts to feel kind of the same because our world's so connected.
Yeah.
Oh man, India ain't like nowhere else. Yeah, this shit's different.
How were the shows? You did Bangalore, you did Delhi. How did it feel? Like a bunch of Indian people singing along? Like,
yeah, nah, man. It was again. That's really what I'm getting at. It's like how big of a whoa, because you go somewhere across the world from where you're from, and I didn't know people knew me out here.
Yeah.
How would I know?
Yeah.
Like I never been here, and then there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the crowd singing every word. I'm like, this is mental. Like,
yeah.
And like outside the airport when I landed, like G-Eazy, like that's crazy.
Or the paparazzi, they showed up.
Yeah,
They're kind of wild out here.
Indian paparazzi is
they
notorious
have
for...
paparazzi on their phones.
Yeah.
Man. Some of them didn't even have cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for us, like we've kind of grown up listening to you when we were in college. Like I was showing them a picture on my Snapchat memories.
Damn.
And it's me with a bunch of my friends in college, and I think Bin on
is
is on
on,
TV.
The
that's
visualizer
I think-
is on.
And there's like smoke everywhere in the room.
Yeah.
I think that's the
and on
most
video.
iconic because all of us have watched that video too many times when we were young.
Kind of replicated.
Yeah,
it
and we
also.
tried replicating it
as closely as
as
possible.
close as we
So
could
that
get.
video, it's crazy you say that. Like that video looks so simple. That video took like 200 takes to get
Really?
ready because it slowed down so much and the smoke had to hit right. So if I smoked 200 blunts that day, oh my god, it would have been cooked. So we're smoking like this like fake weed stuff, but it still gets you like lightheaded and shit. Like and by the 200th take, like because in real life it was like, but then you slow that down and it's like 3.5 minutes. You know what I mean? So you had to hit it right on. And by the end, I was so lightheaded and dead. I was like, to the director, my friend, shout out Bobby Brutally. I was like, Bobby, we gotta get it this time. Like, so out of it.
That's how all of us speak when we watch that video, though.
Yeah.
That's what it does to everyone.
Yeah, that's like an iconic, like a getting high song, I think. Like you
that's
put
tight,
that
man.
in the background and you're just like,
Yeah.
a lot of your music that way, it's just, like it makes you feel so...
It makes you feel...
Yeah, like I'd be
powerful.
driving to college and I'd be like, yeah, man. I'm like,
That's tight,
I mean, if
man.
you're going to a club and you got to play No Limit before you get there,
Yeah,
right?
that's tight, man.
It's a hype
That's tight.
song.
Yeah. Nah, man, I mean, there's 24 hours in a day, right?
Mhm.
There's 7 days a week or whatever. There's like, you know, sometimes you want to hear music that's perfect for like Friday night when you're going out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, it's like it's Monday morning or afternoon. You know, I'm not trying to hear that club shit.
Yeah.
You know, or sometimes it's, you know, Wednesday afternoon and you feel like getting high, you're chilling or whatever. You know, it's like, and you know, I'm just a dude, like a regular human. You know what I mean? And I've experienced a whole lot of life, and I try to design music that's like caters to different moods and different vibes. You know, it's not just singular like one thing.
Have you listened to any Indian hip hop since you got here?
Man, I've been put onto some stuff, and you know, it's just crazy for me to think that, like, you know, hip hop is something I grew up in, culturally, you know, musically fell in love with, obviously, and you know, and just to look at, like, I've been rapping for like 20 years now. That's crazy. You know, and hip hop's 50 years old. You know, so I've been around for like, you know,
almost half of it.
I've seen it evolve. You know, and I've also seen, you know, like, I mean, I'm gonna make myself seem really old, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I still remember like dial-up internet, you know, and like before you could just hear any song ever, like with a thumb, you know what I mean? Like, so just to see how far it's traveled, and you know, and then through touring, getting to visit different countries, different places, and see how different cultures have adopted hip hop and made it their version of it. You know what I mean? Whether that's you know, out in Paris and like, you know, somebody like Gotcha Besbar, or like, you know, like hearing his take on hip hop and like rapping in French and stuff, or like, you know, it's just, man.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we grew up listening to hip hop from America. Then Indian hip hop has like picked up now, and it's become this big thing. And like, we find ourselves listening to this more because it's like it's our thing. Yeah. Like when we listen to your music or like just hip hop from America, like we like the music, but sometimes we don't relate. To some of the stuff that you guys talk about. But with this, it's like, okay, like I know
it's home. It's really relatable. Like,
yeah, that's dope, dude. I mean, sometimes you listen to music to take you away, you know, and some like, whether that's like, you know, you're going through it and you need something to lift you up, or whether that's like, yo, I want to put this on and feel like I'm driving a Ferrari and I'm wearing, you know what I mean? I want to like transport myself there. But sometimes, like, and this has always been an anchor in my music and inspiration. It's like, you know, I'm one of y'all. I'm just a person, you know what I mean? And I'm telling stories and being from a very vulnerable human perspective, because that's what we all share. Yeah. And music is this beautiful universal language that connects us, brings us together. And also, like, you know, when you listen to an artist that you like feel like is speaking for you, you know, it does that. And that's the deeper connection, because you feel like you identify with the story that's been told. Because it's like, yo, that's me. That's how I be feeling, you know? So
that's why when we heard Tumblr Girls, we were just saying it's the same vibe. Like, we keep relating to it, and it never grows old. No matter which year you listen to it, it's always associated with the new girl.
Hey, brother, I'm right there with you.
Cheers. Yeah, that is like one of those. I listen to that and I'm like, okay, I relate to this, but I don't know if that's a good thing.
You know, I mean, shit, man. You know, love is something, and it's Valentine's Day today. That's crazy, but love is something I talk a lot about in my lyrics. But, you know, I love love, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love, you know, chasing somebody beautiful that you know, become infatuated with, but also drives you crazy. You know what I mean? And love doesn't always have to be crazy, but the idea of liking somebody or having history with somebody, or the ups and downs and all that, is so many intricacies and layers to all that. And there's so much to talk about in music. I think it's one of the most, you know, it's reason why it's one of the most popular subjects in music to make songs about. You know, the history of popular music.
You like the chase, you said? Do you?
I don't think he.
Don't make me work too hard, baby. Don't chase too hard. Because I'll just turn the other way and stop chasing.
And then she comes behind.
It's just a double tap.
Oh, but like, have you met any Indian girls so far on your trip?
Well, I'm friends with the singer Ananya. Yeah, we have a song together, actually. It's called Bombay. Yeah, it's really good. I think she's just, you know, an awesome artist, great person, you know. Yeah.
Well, that's the only girl you've met in India?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's like, I'm here, but, you know, it's hard, like, to even, like, leave the hotel. Yeah. You're in a whole different universe the second you leave the hotel, you know? And, you know, like, trying to kind of, like interact with the culture and be in it is sometimes almost a challenge. Like, you know, for me,
in every country that you go to.
Yeah, I mean, some more than others. You know, and it's a bittersweet part of this. You know, because you want to travel and you want to get to experience the culture you're like visiting. You know, but for me, sometimes it's like, you know, I'll get like mobbed or asked for pictures or like it's, you know, a different kind of interaction. So I don't know, man.
In India, it's a bit different. Like, you don't even need to be famous to get mobbed.
Yeah,
like you're.
So yesterday, out like just yesterday. So we walked around a bit, but I brought my security guard with me, and he's this massive, like, you know, 300 pounds, 6'5", 6'6", like big, huge human being, right? Yeah. And everybody was asking for pictures with him. Not me. They didn't even know who I was. They're just like, Godzilla. Like, he's huge. Yeah.
No, you just have to look a bit different than people here. Like, they want to take pictures. I mean, there are also a lot of people who come from outside. They might get a bit uncomfortable, but it's just that for them it's new. It's like I want to show my family that I met this like white dude. Like
and they don't even
you're
know.
Probably in their houses by this point. Like they framed you and put you. Yeah. You talk about we are talking about travel, and you talk about Paris a lot in your music. That's something that I've picked up on.
Yeah.
Is that like one of your favorite places to go?
Yeah, no, it is. Paris, London, and New York, you know, are three of my favorite cities. But Paris in particular, because when I was younger, that was the first time I left the country. My mom took me to Europe. Yeah, and we went to Paris first. And my mom was an art professor, an artist, you know, so the history of art, you know.
Paris is like the...
and, you know, and she had visited, you know, multiple times. And, you know, even my dad would talk about Paris and, like, so I kind of held this, like
soft
you know,
spot.
my imagination of Paris before I ever got to go there. And then, you know, going there with my mom, and I had this beautiful experience, and just the architecture and the beautiful, beautiful women, of course. But, you know, and then being into fashion, and, you know, it's just another place it's sad when you go places and it all feels the same, but, you know, there's really special places that are so uniquely, like, you know you're in Paris when you're in Paris, you know?
Right.
Or you know you're in India when you're in India. It's like, you know,
Well, in India, out of the cities that you've been to, which one have you? This one?
Bombay.
I think you spend the most time here, right?
Yeah.
In this, on this tour.
But Bangalore was beautiful.
Yeah.
Very lush, very green. You know. Yeah. The airport there is crazy.
It's a very nice airport.
Yeah.
But Mumbai is like, it's different. I mean, when you're kind of doing these stuff, it feels a bit like LA.
Yeah.
Like, because it's everyone's trying to do something, everyone's trying to be famous and like stuff like that. But I think when you go to the real Bombay, you feel like there's no place like it.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Yeah, we're going to go around tomorrow. I'm really looking forward
to it. Before the show?
Yeah, before the show. Going to get up early and spend a day, like, you know, going to
Make the most of it.
Yeah, make the most of it. And, man, it's just, I'm excited.
Yeah, are you excited for the show?
Oh my God, yeah. So basically, man, the first show, Bangalore, like, right there, and they told me how many tickets sold. I was like, what? Like, and mind you, it's like I'm used to, you know, in America when I first started touring, you know, your first tour, maybe 200 people come, you know, because the word is still getting spread. You know what I mean? You've never been to the city. You never been, so. You know, and then you come back like a year later and it's 500 people because they told their friends. And then you come back a year after that and now it's 2,000, you know what I mean? And then you get up to 5,000. And I heard like, you know, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people were there in Bangalore. I'm like, I've never been here. Like, this is crazy. So it was like this amazing, pleasant surprise, but it was also like, you know, the energy was unmatched. And I think there was like you know, there's like an appreciation in places like this that artists don't come as much necessarily, maybe. It's like, you know, because their energy, they gave me everything, and I gave them everything back. And it was literally maybe my favorite show of my life.
Wow.
It's insane, bro.
There's a lot of love from the people because you're a guest. Like, for us, you're a guest here. So, like, we want to give you, like, we want to be the best show that you've played. And also, it's like, it's what I said, like, when you've grown up, or you have memories attached to a certain song or with a certain artist, and you see them live in your country, in your hometown, like that just feels...
It's almost like you know, inviting somebody you care about into your family's home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna want to like, and I will say I've noticed like y'all's culture is very like, it's very hospitable. You know, very like, can I help you with that? What can I do for you? You know what I mean? Kind of thing, to be very like, you know, warm and welcoming. So that makes sense. Like, why?
And it feels good for us because when we see artists like you come to the country to perform, and we're like, okay, we're also like, you know, we're also
like the doors are opening to that.
It's the appreciation is reciprocated.
It's mutual. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's night and day. Like, I love New York. I live in New York, you know. Yeah. But New York is kind of like, and everybody knows this who tours in America. It's like when you play your New York show, it's like the crowd's like, yeah, we don't care. Whatever. We're New York. You know what I mean? Like, impress me. Yeah. Like, kind of thing. And a part of that is like, you almost love it because New York's just like a tough crowd or whatever. But just night and day that to, you know, the way you just described, like the perspective of, you know, fans here being like so warm and appreciative and welcoming of like, thank you for coming, you know, in our country. Dude, even like in Delhi, there was multiple signs for my mom, you know, who passed a couple years ago. And, you know, that's just crazy because I would talk about it a lot in my music, but, you know, for fans to have followed that deeply and to know what she meant to me and hold a sign that says, we miss Susie too. Wow. You know, it just hit my heart so heavily. So, and the love was felt for real.
Yeah, I mean, that's wild because you're there thinking, do people even know me in this country or in this city? And then you
know my mom. They know everything about you,
Oh, man. Do you feel that before every country that you go to, like if it's a new country?
No.
Do you have that imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
That maybe they're not.
Yeah, there's an imposter syndrome always, but it's more so like, you know, it's really like, it takes a level of vulnerability, humility, sometimes insecurity, even though that's a bad word, you know, to use, because it's like you have to have this like delusional confidence to believe you can be a star, you know, and that your dreams can come true. But also at the same time, like staring at that mountain is scary. Like, you know, the delusional confidence to think you could hike to the top and be there. But at the same time, it's terrifying. Like, am I strong enough to get there? Am I good enough? Am I worthy? You know what I mean? And any slip and fall, you know, if you don't have that inner strength, it'll make you feel like, see, this is why I don't deserve to be here or something like that. So it's like, of course I've gone places that, you know, the crowd is empty or it's, you know, it just didn't work or people lost money on me, booking me. You know, I feel like sorry for letting you down kind of thing. Yeah. You know? But that's what perseverance and strength and confidence.
Does that like drive you more though?
Yeah.
It's like the next time I come here.
Like,
no, the next time I come here, it'll be sold out. Like,
yeah, for sure.
But which is like your favorite city to keep going back to while touring? I mean, to perform to your crowd.
I look forward to, I haven't even played Mumbai yet, but I look forward to come back already.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to be.
It's going to be.
I got a feeling, man.
Yeah.
I have a really strong feeling that tomorrow is going to be like, you know, maybe the like best show of my career type thing. Yeah.
The thing is, we've all waited for you. Like, the build-up has been so long. Yeah. Because I remember 2014, 15, 16, 17, like, we've been overhearing you so much and everyone's just been like, oh, G-Eazy should come, G-Eazy should come.
That's so tight.
And like every lineup, we'd wait for your name to drop.
Yeah.
And like now that it's finally happened,
it
feels really nice to have you here.
Man, it feels really good to be here, man. You know, not to be so overly emotional.
Let's get to I was just going to start crying tomorrow.
Let's get to the fun stuff. What do you do for fun? And how much of the music is like accurate?
I mean, the music is, you know.
It says enough.
I mean, for fun, like, look, man, I love, you know, I'm into fashion and, you know, I really love just like, especially living in New York, just getting to walk and explore and just like, you know, I love great food. But, you know, music is like my obsession. You know, my world revolves around it.
Yeah, I've seen that you've got that studio at home and you've spoken about how you spend most of your time just doing that.
I also love film, actually. That's something I love watching movies.
Have you watched any Bollywood movies?
Nah, man, I need to get put on. Like,
you need
somebody
to
gotta
get
give me
on
a
that,
list.
bro.
Yeah, give me a list.
There's
for
like a
sure.
lot of
Most-
good movies.
Yeah.
It's like the country is just so different than anything that you've ever seen before.
No, I'm definitely down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you do? Like sports, golf,
Yeah, I love
games.
basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball. I follow basketball really close. Huge NBA fan. Yeah.
Did you ever think did you ever want to make it in the NBA?
Well, I mean, crazy story is, so, I mean, yeah, I still love playing basketball. But when I was in high school, me and my best friend at the time, like, we both tried out for the basketball team. And he made varsity and I made, like, the under varsity team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was heartbroken. And he
Were you
said,
good? Like, were you?
not good
How
enough.
good
Yeah, man. I wasn't that good. I was, you know what I mean? I love the sport and like I'm good enough, but like, and I'm tall, but like, you know, it wasn't my calling, obviously, you know. But so when they announced the teams and he made the good team, I made the shitty team. He was like, nah, fuck that. If G didn't make varsity, I didn't make varsity. And we both quit
that's
on the
a real
spot.
brother.
That's a lot.
And we literally went to my house after school that day, and we made our first song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it's happening exactly like that.
Yeah,
but
but
that's how I
sometime
remember
around.
it. That's how I tell
That's
the story,
poetic,
you know what I
man.
mean?
We'll put the story across like that. The same day I'll
man,
record
why
it.
not, you know?
How old were you when you made your first song?
I was like 13 or 14 around that time.
Oh,
I think it was,
Like on a laptop.
yeah.
And when was the first song that you made blew up?
I mean, it's tough to say, bro, because blow up is like because I say blow up was me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
That's
what
international.
That
changed
put you
it.
on the
Yes.
map. That put you on the map.
But the first thing that got a little bit of attention, it was called Run Around Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the song I Mean It.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you really meant it, bro. With that.
Yeah. I mean it. I really mean it.
And if you ever want to feel like the man, you listen to that song, and then
Oh, man.
the rest is history.
No, I remember your mixtape, Endless Summer.
Ah, shit.
Like, I think that's when I discovered you through this song
Yeah.
called Fried Rice.
Yeah.
And it's only on YouTube.
Okay.
And I used to listen to it on loop, and I used to love it.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I went through the comment section as to why it's not on any other platform, then it was like, oh, it's from a mixtape. And then I had to
Yeah.
go
That's
down that
crazy.
rabbit hole.
Man, that was a turning point in my life and career because that mixtape, man, I was still like in college, I think, and it was kind of like a make or break it kind of moment of like, you know, just. But the good thing is, man, if you're like really just a driven ass person, like even if you're down and like you know you're facing challenges and it's not working, if your back's against the wall, you can't move backwards. So you gotta just keep like pushing forward, and eventually something will crack. You know.
But did you like decide at a certain point in your life that this is what I want to do? I don't want to do anything else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell my mom that. Like,
Was this after the...
she was early on. She was, you know, I remember I called it a career once. I was like I don't know. She's like, Gerald, this is not a career. This is a hobby. You know what I mean? But I was just so like adamant, like, you know. And if you look in the mirror and you see it yourself that way, you know, nobody can tell you different.
Yeah.
They will tell you different. But, you know,
You gotta believe in yourself.
yeah, you gotta just believe in it.
But that is very relatable for people here, at least. It's like kids have things that they want to do. Like tomorrow, like if I was younger and I went to my parents saying I want to be a rapper, they'd probably not be too, you know, they'd be like, okay, but like let's get serious.
Let's be
Let's be
realistic.
real, yeah.
Like
Let's be
you
honest.
need to become a doctor
Yeah.
just in case that doesn't work out,
Yeah.
right? In your part of the world, I don't think it's that common. I think there's most parents
More
would be like, yeah, do
supportive
whatever
with-
you want. And
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the family and the circumstance and the situation for sure. You know, my mom was an artist and an art professor, but you know, she taught at a very prestigious art school, you know, a university. But at the same time, you know, she made very little, and she would tell me, you know, almost discourage me from pursuing the arts.
Yeah.
Because she'd say, you know, Gerald,
payout
like,
is not
the
that
kids who go to the school that I teach at, you know, are like trust fund kids, rich kids who can afford to study the arts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like a,
It's like a
you
rich
know,
man's
there's no, it's a rich man's like you know,
education.
luxury of like, you know, because just because you get a degree from the best art school in America doesn't mean you're going to be a successful painter or
Exactly.
anything. You know what I mean? It's like, so, and she was just like, you know, you have to be realistic. We don't come from a family of, you know, of wealth or, you know, so what are you going to do with your life, you know? I'm gonna be a rapper.
So you don't have any backup career option, nothing?
No. Man, if you got a plan B, then that's where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. I might.
I got right. That's a bar. Write it down.
Yeah.
So were you ever?
I've been ringing them off today.
Were you ever good at school? So you knew if this didn't work out, you'd be like,
all right. So here's how I describe it. Man, it's crazy. To this day, I still have recurring nightmares.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. Yeah,
right. I think, man, college, university is so much stress, and it's like, if I don't get this grade or this, it's like a metric of performance, and you attach that to your self-worth. I'm not good enough if I don't get all A's. In society and family and the structure of school is all that is like pressures you that way.
Yeah.
Man, I had to keep a grade point average of 2.0 to keep my scholarship. I graduated with a cumulative 2.1.
You made the cut.
That's good enough.
Hey, man. Hey, what do they call the doctor that graduated with C's? A doctor.
Yeah.
Man,
I want him to be my doctor.
Were there any women before you made it who kind of rejected you and then?
Oh, what? Hell yeah. What? Still to this day, man.
Come on, bro. I don't buy that.
No, he's saying. I think what he was trying to say is you made it and then they came back. You're like,
yeah. Yeah.
When you go back to the
right here.
Every time you go back home.
Yeah, I don't need to air that out, but yep.
But that's like some
that's
good
that's
validation. I feel that's on you.
And it was always hurts in the time for sure.
Yeah.
But time heals a lot. You get past it. Heartbreak hurts, dog. It really does. But like I said, you heal, and then it all rejection or dejection, all that makes you feel inadequate or I'm not good enough or something in the time, and maybe I'm not as superhero strong as I think I am.
Yeah.
But man, if you just stay the course and all that, and then they come back around when see, I told you. Yeah.
But do you say nah, you didn't want me at my whatever? You say, okay, maybe I wasn't good enough then. I'm good enough now.
Nah, starve the market. Sorry, bye.
Oh man.
Wow.
So that's when you go back to your hometown. It's the neighborhood. What is that like?
It's love. It's love, man. And man, if you don't have your hometown behind you and the friends you grew up with and you didn't stay connected with them, then that'd be a shame. But, I appreciate all the friends who believed in me, who I've had for years and years and years. And I think love and loyalty are important things when it comes to that. And it's really important also for yourself to stay grounded.
Yeah.
It's easy. Look, we all evolve and change and grow in life, right? And you outgrow people or you grow apart. That's all natural in life. But you have to maintain the core of who you are and not forget that, your true deep down identity. It's okay to maybe me and this person aren't as close as we used to be, or but then you go back home and you see little pieces of who you really are.
Fragments of your memories.
Yeah, it's just important.
Do you have a group of boys that you hang with?
Tight with your boys.
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Do you take them with you on tour?
Yeah, I like to. It's kind of like an alternating, rotating carousel. All right, it's y'all's turn.
Yeah.
You can't just travel with everybody all the time. You know what I mean? But I like to I love bringing the gang with me to experience stuff. I just brought one of my oldest best friends, who's still one of my very best friends to this day. I've known him 30 years. Literally, we met when we were about this tall, and I did a New Year's show in Cape Town, and I brought him and his fiance with us to celebrate New Year's and to go to South Africa with me. Just to share that experience. That's if I didn't have friends, and I wasn't able to bring friends with me,
to celebrate,
this would all be very lonely.
Yeah.
You need someone to celebrate it with.
Yeah, come on. And you're drinking, buddy.
Can't be drinking alone.
When you're touring, you're still traveling. You've got a job to do, but you can have fun while you're touring. If you have your boys
wrong,
with
man,
you,
it's the best.
yeah,
it's the best.
Yeah. Do you like also have fun when you're hanging with other artists? Like if it's at a festival show, and there's like everyone's together.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, for sure. Like festivals are fun because it's almost like a family reunion. Like, you know, bringing together all these artists, and you see people you've toured with or played shows with or just done songs with or like, you know, become friends with from these types of things, and it's like everybody there in one place at one time, and it's like, you know, oh, what up, Big Sean, or you know, like, oh, what's up, Kaylani, like, you know, it's like you see, you know, friends, different artists that, you know, oh shit, there go the game, like, you know, it's just.
Are you friends with? Are you tight with any of them? Like, do you have?
Everybody I just mentioned, like, a lot of artists, man.
Is there someone you like collaborating with, like enjoy making music?
I was just talking about this earlier today, but Leon Bridges is on my new album, and I've known Leon for years and years and years. And sometimes you can be like really tight friends with an artist and not have to make music together.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's like corny when you try to almost like not use your friendship, but like force something just because your friend's like, yo, I could totally be a fan of what you do in this space, and you could totally be a fan of what I do in this space, and it doesn't ever need to. But he and I, like, we did a song that's like perfectly gels, I think, our two styles and came together, and it was so fun when we made it. Like both lit, you know, at my house in LA, in my studio, and you know, just having it was just a fun night, you know what I mean, just hanging out, and yeah, man, that's the best, you know, when it's like emailed back and forth files and it's with somebody you don't really know, it's not the same.
But there must be people like you, just like maybe you're not friends, but like you put out good music together, so like like I think you have a couple of songs with Tyga. And they're all
Tiger.
And they're all like, you know, like when you guys come together, you know, it's like
Tiger,
a
man.
club.
It's a certified banger. The minute
like a club banger.
Brother. Tiger, like another person I've known for years and years and years, like go all the way back. And if I hit him for a song or if he hits me, it's never like it's just done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that type of like, you know, that's what I call real, like in this industry. It's like some people that, you know, they'll answer the phone if you're popping at that time, you know, or if it helps them, you know, and they'll act like they're friends when you see each other, you know what I mean? But the second you need a favor and maybe you're not that up right now, you know, or, you know, the other way around, it's like, that's unfortunate. But also at the same time, it just is what it is.
It's the game, bro.
It's the
like,
game.
It's the favors.
Don't take it to heart, bro. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean?
The favors get a bit like you kind of you need to know who you're asking favors from, because then if you're asking for a favor, they might ask for one back, and then you've got to like.
I mean, I've rarely ever like charged for a feature. You know, I do it on a swap basis. Like, you know, and same way with, you know, some of my like favorite artists that have done features for me. You know, have never charged me. It's always a swap, and I think that's a real sign of mutual respect.
Yeah, it's like I fuck with your music and like.
Yeah.
If you like, can you tell us how, like, what's the most a rapper would charge for a feature? Like the biggest rapper in the world?
We don't name drop.
No, I'm not mentioning anyone. I'm like, if you're the biggest rapper in the world.
I mean, the biggest rapper in the world, you know.
Could be anyone.
The biggest rapper in the world, I mean, like, it's not even for sale.
Right.
You know, there's no number that you can buy Drake for. You know what I mean? There's no number that you can buy Drake for. You know, it's like he's at a point where it's just he moves if he wants to. You know, same thing with like Jay-Z. You know, something like that. And you know, it's one of those things where it's like, then you slide down the scale or something, and somebody who's hot right now but is charging, you know, $250,000 for a verse or something like that. You gotta evaluate. You know, is investing this $250,000, is that a good investment? Is that even worth the, you know, because it's not like, you know, I spend this and it's automatically going to be a hit, you know?
Like, do you know when you're putting out a song that I know this is going to do well, or it's just like a lot of it just pops off? And
it could look like a hit, smell like a hit, sound like a hit. It's just not a hit.
Just fails. Yeah.
You know, you could think something is totally going to go and it just doesn't. Or you could think like, oh man, I didn't even like that song. I didn't want to record it. And then it becomes one of the biggest. Like No Limit, I was like, I mean, it's cool. Like I didn't know at the time, you know. And then sat with it a bit more, and then we put it out, and it just flew. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because the second you think you know
That's when you don't know.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows. Not even the smartest people in the music business. Not even the people who have been in it the longest, who've written the most hits or produced the most hits or made the most hits. It's like still every single time. You could have a really good feeling and be like, you couldn't stop this if you tried. Yeah. This is going, you know, but still a chance it just doesn't connect. Especially today's world, bro. Like we're streaming and there's so much music out there.
Yeah.
You know, and the audience, the fans, the culture dictates what works or not because it's what they connect with. There's no one's being force fed anything. You don't have to listen to the radio if you don't want. Just get on Apple or Spotify and play anything ever.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's also like TikTok and Reels where that's like, but that's also I think a sign of people. It could be like 10 seconds of a certain song that they like, and then they make sure that everyone is listening to that song because you're scrolling and it's the same song again and again. Yeah. But with No Limit, did you guys record that in the studio, like the three of you?
Yeah, me and Rocky did.
Okay.
But Cardi, she sent her vocals. But I had met Cardi a few times because I was a fan of what she was doing.
Yeah.
Even before Bodak. Like, I just loved her attitude, her perspective, her rawness, her realness.
Yeah.
You know, she was like just owning her shit. And
she's unapologetic.
Yeah, unapologetically human, like real, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a stripper, like, yeah, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And just embrace that shit. And back to what I was talking about earlier, it's like, the more, like, real you are, you know, that's what I feel like people really, like, want to hear. Because everybody's not this picture perfect, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hear some real, what human life is like for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, embrace that shit.
Speaking of real... Can you tell us which was your favorite?
Pause. Let's take a shot.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Quick short break.
Yeah.
That's
Cheers,
gonna fall. That's gonna fall.
I got it. Cheers. Whoops. No, it's fine. Let it be.
Fuck it.
Jesus.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
That made me all warmed up.
Yeah.
You can ask your question now.
Yeah, ask your.
Yeah. Not to interrupt.
This was my question that I really wanted to ask you.
All right, cool.
Which is your favorite music video to shoot, and why was it Still Be Friends?
Wow, you really just went there. Oh man.
I've seen both the versions, and
yeah. Oh man,
creative genius.
Shooting the Still Be Friends video was a really tough day at the office. Oh man,
Was it harder than Girls Have Fun or like?
No, Still Be Friends is with porn stars.
Yeah.
And there are two
Vixen,
versions of it.
produced the whole thing and supplied
and it was in the
very
Playboy
talented
Mansion.
Stars for the video. Actually, so the concept of that video I came up with initially, and it was based on the scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. The Tarantino, where they arrive at the Playboy Mansion party.
At the mansion,
about 20 minutes in the movie, and I love film, right? So like, I would like a bunch of directors that sent treatments for the video for Still Be Friends, and I just like I didn't really like love any of the ideas that were being pitched to me, and I've done this before. I mean, like Run Around Sue, I came up with a lot of the treatment of. I Mean It, I came up with the whole idea for the video, watching Anchorman. And then this one, I had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on mute, like in the studio or whatever, which is something I like to do, just have a movie on in the background on mute. And that part of the movie with the cars pulled in and it syncs right to the music and he hops out and he gets in this party and it's like, and that was the original idea for it. And then my managers were like, let's get Vixen to help produce it, and get a bunch of porn stars in it. And I was like, it's not no. It's
a 3-day shoot now.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
And I had myself time. It was a great shoot. Yeah.
How does
it? Was craziest part about that shoot though is that we did that March 13th, I think. Like right before the world shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like, and we found out on set that like lockdown was happening. Man, I had my driver go get so many bottles of Casamigos. Drove around the city, every liquor store, and my garage was stacked. I was like, man, if the world's shutting down, shit. So we're going to stay inside and party.
That's a good way to go out, I think.
Yeah.
Like one last.
And that you're in the mansion. What more? What more do you want?
Well, is it shot at that mansion?
It's shot at the Playboy mansion, right?
I don't think so.
No?
We tried to, but we couldn't.
Yeah, I think that might be tricky.
That would have been. That would have been
If Hugh was still around, he'd probably be like, let's
for sure.
I would have a lifetime pass.
Have you ever been though? Like, no?
What about like these like parties out there? Like, have you ever been to like a Hollywood party? Or no?
Never. Yeah, man.
He is the party man. Like,
no, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's everything you think it is. It's everything you think it is.
Yeah.
But have you ever been at a party and you're like, I can't believe like this guy is here? Like, is there any? Have you ever gotten starstruck?
Oh, for sure. I walked up to, it was Selena Gomez's birthday, and and I was DJing, and the Billie Eilish song had just come out, the big T-shirt Billie Eilish. And I dropped it, and then I walked up to Billie, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to, I'm Gerald, nice to meet you. And she goes, I know who you are, Gerald. And I was like, oh, snap, that's tight. Yeah, man, I mean, yeah, you name it. Yeah.
Damn,
it's dope. I mean, like, rubbing shoulders with all these people, you know, and getting it, you know, meet people, you know, who are, like, so famous, or, like, you know, some of your idols, you know, or getting to shake hands with, like...
Jay-Z?
Yeah, I had dinner with Jay-Z.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, that was...
We know your answer then.
Yeah, I mean, that's
500K
my all-time
dinner
favorite. With him. Yeah, but, yeah, I met in pretty much mostly everybody on the list, like, that, you know, I've wanted to.
But, like, when that happens, do you, like, sit down and you're like, man, like, I can't believe, like...
Oh, yeah, man. I mean,
in the moment, it doesn't...
The Jay-Z story was crazy because... So I was in the studio in New York finishing my album When It's Dark Out. With me, myself, and I on it and all that. Yeah. And I was recording the last verse of the song Order More. And one of my managers comes to the studio. He's like, yo, G, we going to dinner tonight. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm working. You know, I'm in the last deadline to get this done. I'm like, all due respect, like, I need to stay here and work. He's like, nah, we going to dinner, yo. And I'm like, but bro, like, I mean, I can't just like leave to go to dinner, bro. This isn't just a, you know, a chill night for me. I gotta get this done for you. Yeah. And he's like, nah. So I'm like, all right. And he's like, you know, like a super legend in the industry, you know. So I'm like, okay, if he's pressing this hard, it's got to be worth it. But the whole drive to dinner, I'm like, bro, so like, what is it? Why? Like, and he's like, yeah, like, and we finally get to this restaurant. It's like a legendary steakhouse in New York. And he goes up to the hostess and she says, you know, can I help you? And I'm standing right next to him. And I'm like, I'm irritated. I'm like, you know, I'm in the dark. I'm like, you know, why are we here? And he goes, yes, we're at Sean Carter's table. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Bro, what? Dog. And we sit down with Jay-Z, you know, and it's like two other people at this round table in the corner that's legendary. And I'm just like, what is life, bro? Yeah. And Jay-Z just kind of leans into the table. He looks me dead in my eye and he goes, so what's your story? Oh. How'd you get here? And like, bro, it chills down my spine, bro. My favorite rapper of all time, like. And we just chopped it up, man. I was like, I worked really hard. But like, man, one of the greatest experiences ever. Man, I met Kobe, and that's my like all-time hero. Yeah. And he walks up to me after a game. Same guy introduced me. Shout out G Roberson, man, a legend. G takes me back to go meet Kobe, and Kobe, you know, comes out after the game or whatever. He goes, yo, young Elvis. And he was like, man, keep going. I love what you're doing. Chase the Beatles, man. Like, do the phenomenal. Never stop. And that's just sticks with me, man.
That's a goosebumps moment.
Yeah, I have him right now, man. Yeah. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man.
Yeah, man. Like, those are growing up, like, I don't think did you ever see yourself there? Where you're like,
yeah, I mean, yes and no, dude. It's like I said, you gotta have this delusional level of confidence and belief. you know, because Jay-Z was the one who is a very defining moment. I'm like 14, 15 years old whenever the Black Album came out.
Yeah, the Black Album.
And I was listening to that just fiercely, like imagining like I want to be him. You know, I want to chase him.
Yeah, that's
And
you
then
gotta
the
say-
person you chase. Like
Yeah.
If
And it's
there
about
is-
aspire, you know, and it's like, it's not about like, you know, being Jay-Z. It's about what level do you aspire to, you know? Who do you study? Do you study like right in front of you, or do you study like
The-
at the top? So,
yeah, I mean, you've gotta have that. Like, are you competitive at all?
yeah.
Very.
Yeah, but I'm self-competitive also.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be obsessive with my like focus and work ethic and like and drive. I'm not as much like trying to take down somebody else as much as I'm trying to just
Take down. Like,
Yeah.
Beat
level
your
up.
best.
be a better me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you like in the studio? Like, are you like super on it and like you?
Oh
like,
man,
don't
I'm-
bother him right now. Like he's in the zone.
Yeah. I just, you know, like if other people are in there, I'll just go like walk to the corner and just literally be standing in the corner and mumbling and writing down the lyrics I hear in my head, like boop, 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 boop. And people, I mean, if they didn't get it, they probably like, yo, he's weird. He's just like standing in the corner looking at the wall.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just need isolation of just my process, my focus. And then I'll just be like 10 minutes later, be like, okay, I got it. All right, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
And then go jump in the booth. And my engineer, shout out Tane, he knows my process. And he's like, all right, y'all, clear out. Like, G's about to do his thing. Like, you know, it's that time.
Well, it's that quick. Like you just sit down and like the verse
Man,
is done.
sometimes it's 5 minutes. You know, sometimes
Wow.
it takes an hour. Sometimes.
So
It all
like you
depends.
get an idea and then you get to
Oh,
the studio
Yeah,
immediately.
dude, because I don't like these windows open, you know,
Yeah.
and once that's flowing through it,
Yeah.
you got to get it all while you can.
Yeah.
Because then the window closes and you're like, fuck, where'd that train of thought go?
Yeah.
Okay, now I got to take a ear break, step out, you know, drink water, some breath, and then go in and try to hope that it opens again. But you can't force that creative window of inspiration to open.
Do you have phases where you don't feel like doing anything, where you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck everything, like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
just
Yeah,
be.
sometimes it's hard to just get out of bed or get off the couch.
Yeah.
Like, for real, bro. And what's fucked is, like, that makes me even more anxious, feeling like I'm not doing enough.
You feel like you're wasting time.
I feel like I'm wasting a life.
I
Like,
know,
I'm
it
wasting a
happens.
window, dude.
Yeah.
And it becomes crippling. And, like, and I'll try to let myself sink into the nothing because that's important, too. Sometimes
Yeah,
just
you
gotta
need
step
some
back, dude.
downtime.
You can't just push 24/7 every day, dude. And even when I try to let myself do that, it just lets more anxiety in that I'm wasting, you know. So I don't know, man. I wish I had the answers, but
Especially after a tour, I'm assuming, where you're just like, because you're living off adrenaline for like 6 months in a row, and then you're
Yeah.
just like back home. you
oh,
know?
dude, it's like driving like in a NASCAR race and then just
Yeah.
And suddenly you're back
And
on
then
track.
getting out of the
nothing.
car. It's like disorienting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like anything, bro, if you hit creative blocks or you like if you get in those ruts, you know, it's just like weather. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta let the storm pass.
Mm.
You can't just go outside and make it stop raining.
Yeah.
You just gotta
Wait for it to
out.
pass. Yeah.
Do you
get
like
wet?
meditate, or like, is there anything
I
that you
should,
do when
man.
you're like
I
anxious?
should. I get mad anxious. I gotta learn how to meditate, man.
No
I
matter.
mean, India is a good
Yeah,
place
it's a good
if you
place to
if you
stay.
wanna
should stay a bit longer and like maybe
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
retreat.
go up north maybe and
Yeah.
like figure.
I gotta go to Dubai. I got a show there.
Or,
maybe
it's
maybe once
non-
you're a little more free.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when I'm like 50.
Now's the time to just work and have fun.
Yeah.
So you're doing Dubai after.
Mhm.
Are you doing anything else after that? Like, what's the schedule like?
Back home to start rolling out this album, man.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an album
Yeah,
coming
there's an album.
this year.
There's an album. Yeah, there's an album, man. It's the best work of my life. So I'm really
Wow.
excited to get this new music out.
Do you know what it's called yet?
Yeah, I know.
Can
He
you-
knows.
Does he know? Yeah. Does he know what his own album is called? Yeah.
No, like, I don't know if
He has a name.
I know.
he knows, but I don't
You
know.
will.
Yeah.
You will.
When do we expect it?
When
Can
is
you
it?
like
That's
drop
that's
a
what I
date?
wanted to ask.
I will drop a
Give-
date.
give us
You will know the
something.
date.
Yeah, like, give us-
You will know the date. Yeah.
Like a bite.
You'll get one soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's coming.
And
Yeah.
so that's the album, and then are you still traveling to do more shows?
Yeah, but primarily just all hands on deck to like promo the album, do all the press, all the, shoot the music videos. We have the album art. We got the, the music's been done. I did 150 songs. Like
What?
Yeah, dude. But trimming 150 to 15 is really tough.
Yeah.
115 to 15.
Yeah, so that means 1 out of every 10 songs
Exactly.
you make is gonna live, and the
1
other
out of 10
9
makes
just
the
get
cut.
killed.
Yeah.
But is that your thing that you just make so many songs? I
Yeah,
guess,
because I don't know what else to do with myself, man. Like I said, I'm not good at chilling.
Like how long did that take? But like
Year and a
115
half.
songs.
Year and a half.
Like must have year and a half.
Yeah.
It's still pretty insane. That's
Yeah.
how much one song every 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's like.
I'll play y'all some stuff after this.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's end this right now.
Yeah, I think we're done, bro. Let's just go listen to the
Yeah.
music. But, bro, we're looking forward to the show tomorrow.
He's like, let's
Yes,
wrap
we
this up.
fucking
No. We can continue for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Dude, we
have
can
you-
do this like as
Yeah.
long as.
No, I mean, if we were to go on, I think we'd speak for hours.
Yeah.
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 But like, we've
Oh,
got.
man, but I appreciate y'all, man. It's just
Man,
Oh,
Likewise.
this whole experience for me has been incredible. Like, just coming to a new place, new country, meeting new people that have lived with my music. My music means something too, man.
Yeah.
That shit is beautiful.
Yeah, man. Like, this is, for us,
Well-
like, this is like.
This is a dream.
Like,
This is a
yeah.
dream.
it's a
Dude,
life
I'm not
moment,
like
bro.
there is
There's
no.
like,
Yeah.
It's for like an 18-year-old me or us.
Yeah.
to give you some context, we're all like friends from like forever. Like,
Yeah.
we were
Right,
childhood
It's
been
friends,
10
and
plus
then we
years since
started
we've been
doing
That's
this.
tight. Isn't it sick getting to do shit with like
Yeah.
Dude, this you have no idea right
with
now.
your
dude.
friends,
Like,
with
I'm
your
just-
friends,
like-
and getting like whatever it is, man. Like whether like 3 friends' dream was one day like traveling to this place or
Exactly.
something, and you finally get it. Anything you like that has mattered collectively to a group of friends that you get
Yeah.
to like, keep doing. That shit is fire.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's
it's-
what it is, man. Like,
I'll tell you, like, honestly, we never would have pictured ourselves 10 years
sitting
ago.
with
Or like even
G-Eazy,
8 years ago,
like,
sitting
in
down
the
with
same
you.
room.
Because I've put your music onto so many people that I knew.
Thank you, man.
And
So
all
you're
of
the
them were
reason
like-
that all this shit is here, man.
Yeah, that's why they all.
Yeah, you're the culprit. Thank you, dog.
No,
Thank
like-
you, dog.
no, the both of us DJ and like we've played a lot of your music.
We
like,
played a lot of your music. So
Dude,
for us,
I-
it's.
That's something I do for fun. I've gotten
Yeah.
into DJing in the last like
Oh, that's
year and a
cool.
half. I fucking love DJing.
Yeah,
hip
same.
hop straight up.
Yeah. I love playing like I play a lot of like 2000s hip hop.
Oh, wow.
And for me, I've always loved like I like to be out. I like to to nightlife, all that shit. But like it kind of changed once my career got bigger because I can't just be at the bar, just be chilling or just you know what I mean. It's a little different. But when you DJ, it's like you're in the party, but you're not.
You're controlling
you know
the
what I mean?
party
Yeah,
as well.
right.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? People can't just come and bother you, but you're in it, but you don't have to be in it.
Be in it,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But you're driving it and controlling it. It's
Yeah.
fire, man.
No, bro. For us, like it's like the most fun we have at the club is when we're DJing.
Behind the
It's
desk.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
having
yeah.
the aux, bro.
Are y'all going out
Yeah.
tonight?
I mean,
I want to go DJ tonight.
I was
Actually,
just about to say we should. I was just about to say we
figure it out,
should
like,
DJ
potentially.
like tonight or tomorrow. Post your gig.
We'll figure it out.
Tomorrow, post show for sure.
We could-
Post show. Let's organize
could
an after
figure-
party.
Yeah, let's do it.
definitely.
But have it be a small, intimate thing.
It has to be a very intimate. Let's
like a small
Yeah.
bar somewhere.
My boss.
no either.
Yeah,
No.
my boss. She's telling me.
Like,
yeah,
to just
no,
calm
Take
down.
it easy tonight, G.
We can tomorrow we
That's
can
for
do it in the
sure.
hotel room, like a
Yeah.
small. We can get a suite and we can just
We'll
invite
figure
the
something
closest
out.
people.
We'll figure it out.
Let's figure it out.
We'll figure out, we'll
But
let
like-
you
That'll
know.
just be
It's-
something.
Cool.
We're looking
sure.
forward to the show, man. Like
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
album that's coming out.
Yep.
And thank you.
I'll tell you the title after.
Yeah. Oh man, let's just end this now.
Yeah.
We have so many questions to ask,
All right.
but
And that's all, folks.
Oh man, thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
doing
the
this.
best way to
The next
This is,
time, I hope you come back to India.
Mm-hmm.
And the next time you're here,
like we'll
Like-
like to take you around. Like
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
for sure.
it'll
So
be
that-
like
Yeah.
you've got your boys in India now. So
Ciao,
like,
man.
let's go.
All good, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for doing this.
All right,
And
dope.
let's go.
All right, let's go play some music.
Let's go, bro.